Alright guys, it's time to do another ballistics test here for you. What we have is the test gun is the M&P, Smith & Wesson M&P 9mm with a 4.25 inch barrel. What I'm going to be shooting today is the 124 grain, or actually no, it's the 115 grain Hornady XTP round. This is actually a hand load of mine, and so we're going to be testing the ballistics, particularly of the 115 grain XTP bullet. But I'm also testing out a hand load today here. So what we're going to be shooting through is 4 layers of denim into a hogshead and into jugs of water. So this gives us a real good, real world test into bone and tissue. So let's go ahead and take the shot and we'll see how it performs. Okay, this is the 115 grain XTP hand load. 1237. That's about right.
Nice.
Okay, see if we captured it. Okay, here it is. There's the entry. Okay, and the exit. This was an exit of the 90 grain Spear Gold Dot. There's the exit of the Hornady XTP 115 grain. Now, what we did is we went through the first jug here. This is the second jug. Third jug is the entry is right here. And then it tried to exit the third jug, but we captured it. So let's go ahead and open it up.
The fourth one.
Yeah, it punctured the fourth jug right there. So let's go ahead and open her up, pour her out, and see how it is. Now this is my hand load. This is the 115 grain jacketed hollow point XTP bullet from Hornady. So I'm kind of really curious to see how it'll perform. And oh man, where's the core?
Oh, the core is gone.
Well, we've got the, actually, is the core in here?
Are you still recording?
Yeah. Hopefully none of that got in my camera. This camera's been so jacked.
The core is in the fourth jug.
Okay.
The core went into the fourth jug.
Alright, so guys, the core's in the fourth jug. The magic of editing.
After the shower.
The magic is in the editing right here. You can pour it out, it's not going to go anywhere. So we had jacket core separation.
There it is.
Oh man, look at that. Alright. So, man, with that kind of deformation, I'm really surprised that the bullet didn't just go flying out the side of one of these jugs, because that would not really fly straight once it hit in there. But wow, look at that, guys. That's some deformation. And there is the jacket. So let's run some numbers on the jacket and on the core there, and we'll see how well it performed. Am I in frame?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. The Hornady XTP 115 grain jacketed hollow point. .1400 feet per second. Okay guys, here's the entry for the XTP out of the carbine. Alright guys, there is the exit right there. It's got a lot of tissue over top of it, so you can't see the full diameter, but it is pretty large. There's the entrance into the jug right here. And then, did we capture it in the first?
Yep.
Okay, it's got a lot of, it sounds like a lot of fragments, so go ahead and pour it slow. That was 1,402 feet per second out of the carbine length barrel, so that's pretty smoking for that 115 grain bullet, so that's pretty good. Chunks of tissue here. Oh my gosh, look at that fragmentation. So, this is kind of what I expect. Is there something else in there? That's kind of what I expect. Okay, there we go. Another piece of lead in the jacket.
Here's a piece of lead.
Okay, so the bullet just kind of came apart, as you can see. We've got a large chunk of lead here, and then smaller chunks, which are probably the expanded petals. We have another large chunk of lead, and then we had jacket core separation. That's what we saw with the other XTP bullet, and that's what you get typically from these Hornady XTPs. Now, to me, coming out of a carbine length barrel at 1,400 feet per second, I am more than happy with that performance, and having the bullet come apart like that with that velocity, to me, is okay. Now, I would want it to retain its weight better in a pistol, and from the test that we did earlier on this, it definitely did perform that well. So, all right, guys, let's go back to the table, and we'll do some numbers for you. Hornady XTP. This is fired out of the M&P 9mm 4.25 inch barrel. 101.4. Hornady XTP 115 grain full metal jacket fired from the Kel-Tec Sub 2000. Alright guys, there's your diameter of the lead core being fired from the M&P 9. That's 0.557 inches in diameter. And then we're going to go ahead and measure out the jacket as well. And the jacket is 0.668 inches at its widest point. And I'm not even going to bother really measuring out the parts or the fragments from the one fired from the carbine. You get the idea. They're really, really small. No big deal. Alright guys, so there's quite a bit of information that we can glean from this video. And you know, when we look at these two different rounds, you know, we see that they both had jacket core separation, but this one penetrated 3 jugs versus 1 jug, okay? And the difference really is that, and it's kind of complicated, but I'm going to try to not make it that way. When a bullet fragments, it's no longer acting as a whole chunk. It's acting as individual pieces, right? And if you look at these individual pieces, you know, they don't weigh very much, and because of that, you're getting less momentum per piece. So less mass equals less energy, and so you're getting less penetration. But if it stays together in one chunk, you know, this one, like this one for instance, you know, we did still lose some overall mass from the bullet itself, but it did still penetrate 3 jugs, mainly because it retained enough weight to keep enough momentum to do that penetration. So, and you know, some people, there's 2 lines of thought. You know, some people like to see a lot of disintegration of the round because it deposits energy a lot faster. And that is true. And I think as rifle bullets go, which these are not, I think rifle bullets, you can get away with that a lot more than you can with pistol rounds, mainly because pistol rounds just don't have the large amount of velocity that needed to do a lot of damage. And so what you want to do really is cause a lot of weight retention. You want to have a lot of weight retention so that the round actually does what it needs to do. You want to maintain that weight retention so that you get the penetration necessary to do enough damage. And you know, I think that these will do plenty fine. You know, these are both loaded up kind of hot. You know, this one was coming out of the muzzle at 390 foot-pounds. This one was 501 foot-pounds, 1237 feet per second, 1402 feet per second. So I loaded them kind of hot. These are my hand loads, and so they're probably exceeding what the round was really designed for anyway. I think for the most part though, you are going to see jacket core separation from the XTP, and that's kind of something that you just need to expect. So, but anyway, you can pick these up for about 15 bucks a box at Walmart, and that's a pretty good price for those of you that are looking to hand load. You can also find that Hornady, I know, loads these commercially. It does a commercial loading, and I know that there's other ammo manufacturers that do the same thing. Fiocchi is one. So you can definitely find these bullets out there. But I think for you hand loaders, I think that it's a decent option to get into. I think that that for the price, it's not too bad. You know, it definitely beats a full metal jacket when it comes to effectiveness. So if you want to do some bulk loading, I think this is a good choice. Anyway, guys, don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them as best I can. Don't forget to subscribe at the top of the screen for more videos just like this. Don't forget to rate, favorite, and share down below. And as always, guys, thank you very, very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. See ya.